Recon Athlete Podcast is brought to you by Kreitz Market, The Social, and Focus Fit San Marcos. All right, Recon Athlete, episode number 75. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez. Shout out to Snupe Daniel over in the green room. Zach Lucetto will probably be, calling in about 20 minutes into the show. But that's what Zach Lucetto does. Mr. Paul Rodriguez, how you doing tonight, sir?
Yeah, we doing good, brother. How about y'all?
Oh, man, we're chilling, bro. We're just hanging out. So we got a lot to talk about tonight because the NFL did release their schedules. No major changes to any of the dates so far. There are some contingency plans in place for the NFL. So, just in case, the coronavirus puts a little kink into the NFL schedule, then there's things that they can do. But, of course, as you can see on the watch party, I got my Dallas Cowboys cap on. We can just start off right off the bat with the Dallas Cowboys schedule. I know, Paul, you're excited about the first Thursday night game, but for all my Cowboys fans, I see quite a few of them that are on our watch party already. All the Cowboys fans, this Cowboys schedule starting off September 13th at the LA Rams, the 20th versus the Atlanta Falcons. That's the first home game, and then at Seattle on September 27th. Paul Rodriguez, Dallas Cowboys go 8-8 last year. Now everybody's, talking about this great draft, the great offseason that they've had. Everybody's expecting big things. Is there a chance they could be 1-2 after week 3 between the Rams, Atlanta, and Seattle?
The Rams, Atlanta, and Seattle? Hell no, man. I don't think the Rams are nowhere as good as where they were 2 years ago playing in the Super Bowl. Gurley's not there. He was a huge reason for their success in that season. I don't really think Jared Goff was going to surprise anybody coming off that first year with their young head coach. So there's no surprises anymore. I think that's a W. The second week in Atlanta, I just think if Dak plays, hell, even if Andy Dalton plays, I just think outside of Julio Jones, I don't see how anybody's going to stop the offense for the Dallas Cowboys. And then that Seattle game, is that in Dallas or is that in Seattle?
No, so the 13th, so it goes at LA, Atlanta's at home, and then at Seattle.
That's probably going to be an L unless Dak is playing and everybody is like on fire. Because I really just don't know with Jadeveon Clowney leaving Seattle, who's going to be their rush in. And of course, we all know Russell Wilson is going to be dangerous late in this game. But, I can't really, besides DK Metcalf, I really can't name another receiver for them. And I really can't name a running back. So I think that Dallas is playing well. I think their offensive line got solidified with their 4th-round pick with the center out of Wisconsin. CeeDee Lamb is going to ball and get a ton of yak. But I think as we progress in the season, things may change a little bit.
Really? So I'm kind of surprised that you're not. So go back to the Seattle thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not seeing. Are you saying the Cowboys could be 3-0 after these first 3 weeks?
Yes, if Dak plays, and that's a big key because Dak's not under contract right now, and unless something's changed, Dak hasn't signed his franchise tender.
All right.
Now, I think Andy Dalton can get you 2-1. I really believe that.
Yeah.
But like I said, as we get further in the season, as people get more tape in line with Andy Dalton, how well he's doing with the Cowboys, remember the tendencies. Listen, I mean, if you just go back and look at Andy Dalton's numbers,
Mm-hmm.
he's good. He's good. He's averaging two interceptions per game. I mean, and if anybody wants to go back to the times when Romo was playing, Romo was throwing about a pick and a half per game, and we all know how well Tony Romo did. I mean, he had one great year where he was 13-3. Andy Dalton's best year playing was 11-5. Granted, they won the AFC North. That was his third year in the league. But in 11-5 in the NFC East, yeah, that'll probably get you the division with everybody going 9-7, 8-8, what have you. But that's not going to get you what the Cowboys fans want, what Jerry Jones wants, and that's to play in the Super Bowl.
So October 4th, that's going to be week 4. This is going to be a home game, and Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns are going to be in town. I'm going to be real surprised, unless there's like a corona outbreak. I'm going to be real surprised if I don't see Snupe Daniel at that game to see Baker. October 11th, they've got the Giants at home. That's week 5. And then week 6, October 19th, they got Arizona at home. So that's a pretty exciting little 3-game set. I mean, I know Cleveland and Arizona historically haven't been very sexy teams, Paul, but with Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham Jr., and then with Arizona and with Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins now, all of the talent that the Arizona Cardinals have, they're sandwiching that NFC East rivalry game with the New York Giants. That's a pretty cool little 3-game set there, October 4th through the 19th, weeks 4 through 6.
The Giants are very scary, man. And I think also the Cardinals, you have to be very concerned, especially with that game being on Monday night. Granted, those will be 2 home games,
Mm-hmm.
week 5 and 6. But, I mean, if you get an L at home versus the Giants, you could very well slip and give up another L to that talented receiving core with D-Hop going there and giving up another weapon for like the guy like Kyler Murray, who's very elusive in that background. And then again, to round out 7 and 8, week 7 and 8, you have the very, I think, mediocre Washington Redskins and the unknown Philadelphia Eagles, because Philadelphia could be riding high into the middle of the season at week 8, or they could be a bottom dweller. And I just really think that they're unproven because we don't really know. Will Carson Wentz be there? Will he play? Will he be healthy? I think he does because he tends to get hurt late in the season. But that's a very, very difficult road trip where they could easily go 4-0, 3-1 maybe. We'll just say 3-1 in the first 4 games, and then go 1-3 in the next 4. Hey, you just don't know. But I mean, I see 2 losses in the first 8 games for sure, and I think that's going to be probably against Cleveland and probably against the Philadelphia Eagles in week 8.
I mean, it's just pretty favorable though. I mean, Cleveland, New York, Arizona, all 3 of those games are at home. Mm-hmm. You go to Washington and to Philadelphia, and then they get the Steelers at home after that.
Right.
Nothing about the Redskins scares anybody. I mean, Philadelphia, sure. I mean, they're the Eagles. It's going to be a rivalry game. And then you got a bye week. Coming after the bye week, you go to Minnesota. You got Washington, the Redskins at home, and then at Baltimore. That little 3-game set after the bye week could be, besides the Washington game, the Vikings are good. They've got the run game with Dalvin Cook. Now they've, kind of got some more firepower in Minnesota, and of course we all know what Baltimore can do. So shout out to the Ravens. I mean, so that's going to be quick. That's going to be a difficult little 3-game set, and then you're at Cincinnati. You got San Francisco on December 20th, and then the Eagles and the Giants to basically round out the season. The strength of schedule here is going to be 30th. Out of all the teams, yeah.
Well, I think that's a little inflated due to the fact that the Steelers didn't have a quarterback last year. Baker Mayfield was extremely distracted playing in his second year. I think he's refocused. We've seen a lot, or I've seen a lot of Baker Mayfield training and regaining his focus. He's married now. He's taking care of all. I think the money aspect, bags secured. Shout out Zach Lucero. Where are you at?
He was just calling right now, but I didn't want to, stop your train of thought.
Bring him on the line. Bring him on.
I can't. I can't. He already hung up. Sorry. Keep going.
Oh, okay. So we got, I think that's another big thing. The NFC East was so weak last year. I think that's a huge factor that's playing into the rank being 30th. And so you really only see two really big teams, the 49ers and the Vikings, who really had significant seasons. And I think that's why you have this huge, inflated rank of 30th in the NFL. Because besides the Minnesota Vikings and the 49ers, all those teams were 500 or below.
All right, let me try to add. Oh, here he is. Hold on. Hello?
I'm on there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I just called and then watched you ignore my call.
Yeah, I know.
On the watch party.
I know. Oh, because Paul was talking, dude. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me merge you guys. Did that hurt your feelings, Zach?
Yeah.
My bad, bro. I mean, I don't want to hurt. It's like, do I stop Paul's train of thought to get you on the line, or do I hurt Zach's feelings? Hold on, let me try. Something's going on here, bro. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go.
And you watch them pull their phone out and then put it back in their pocket. That's what it felt like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my bad, bro. Zach, you there? I mean, Paul, you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
All right, what's up? Zach's here now. He said he just watched me ignore his phone call live on the watch party. He's kind of hurt right now.
Well, I was in the middle of my soliloquy, and obviously I said bring him on. I mean,
late,
but
homie.
I mean, we did. No, it's not. I'm not putting it on you. I'm just putting it on the fact that I couldn't shut up in time to bring Zach on the phone. But if Zach had called in at 8:00,
man, he don't do that, bro.
We wouldn't have had that potential interruption.
All right, so
well, I didn't even know we were doing this on Thursday.
now that's my
bro. Live, all live.
Until I saw the story on Recon.
No man.
On Wednesday, you saw that story because I got the receipt that you reacted to it.
That's what I'm saying. I had to find out through a third party.
Oh no, third party nada, senor. We got it on Recon Athlete. That's where you found it. That's the source.
We got a group message.
Yeah, but that's my bad. That's my bad. I had to go to somewhere last night. And so I had to move. We had to move it to Thursday night. I had to go.
That just lets me know that there's another group message that I'm not in.
Nah, bro. There's not. There is not, man.
Y'all sliding in DMs on my back.
Oh man, nah. We ain't trying to be like Earl Thomas and be cheating on you, bro.
Oh man, nobody want to be held at gunpoint. Let me tell you.
Well, maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. But we already kind of went through the Cowboys schedule. Recon Athlete episode 75. Anyway. Zach, you don't really care about the Cowboys schedule. Real quick though, Paul, before we move on, what do you think Cowboys record would be this year, looking at their schedule?
If Dak Prescott plays, 10-6. If Dak Prescott doesn't play, 8-8.
All right, I'm gonna go 11-5 if Dak plays.
Ooh.
And if he doesn't, I'm gonna go 9-6. Is it 9-6? Is that 9-6?
So 9-7.
9-7.
9-7. So I got a question. Who do they beat? Who do they beat? It's 11-5 or 10-6.
Who do they beat?
Yeah, you said 11-5, and I want to know who are they beating? The Vikings or the 49ers?
I think they can beat the Vikings. They can beat the Vikings. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Recon Athlete episode 75. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucero on the line. Shout out to Snupe Daniel over in the green room, chilling out. Shout out to everybody on the watch party. NFL schedule we're talking about, Zach. Anything? Have you seen it? Have you seen any of the schedules? Any reactions?
I have not. I got the Cowboys schedule broken to me on the watch party.
Oh, okay. But so we'll go ahead and get into the the Sunday night schedule, which actually has the first game of the season on Thursday night. So the Sunday the Sunday night schedule is Thursday night. Texans at Chiefs, Houston and Kansas City, a rematch of the Houston Texans debacle in that divisional playoff game. That's going to be Thursday, September 10th, if we're not, not happening, or still going to be with this, coronavirus stuff, if we're able to get out of underneath it. Texans at Chiefs. Zach Lucetto, you think you like that opening game for the NFL in 2020?
I think I would on a normal year, but I feel like there's just whenever they do finally start, there's going to be so much uncertainty around the league and so much like lack of practice and lack of like organized workouts and stuff that I would rather this be a game later in the season. Okay,
fair enough. Great point. That's a great point. A lot of these teams going to have a lot of rust. You don't know if, how much OTAs or, how much of this offseason they're going to get, how much of the, two-a-days and the preseason they're going to get. So, Paul Rodriguez, I think you had a different reaction to the Texans and Chiefs.
Yeah, my reaction is the complete opposite, although the ideology that Zach's trying to bring across about rust and, not having a whole lot of time to kind of get acclimated, I think that is to the advantage of two gunslingers, two guys who can break the pocket, two guys who are mobile, one guy who can throw from different angles and different arm positions. I think that plays into their strengths by playing, backyard sandlot, street football. And if anything's going to be, on display, I think it's going to be the quarterbacks. They're hyping them to be the next big guys to get big contracts. And so I think it's kind of playing into the NFL's favor. I think they knew that people aren't going to be like on the same page, probably technique wise. And they're just going to say, hey, y'all go out there and play a football game and just try to light the scoreboard and we'll see what happens. Because I agree with Zach. I think that there's going to be a ton of uncertainty, and I think they're just hoping for big passes, exciting, plays, breaking the pocket, and, hopefully they can put up a whole lot of points on the scoreboard. But I don't know. Does that defense for Kansas City holding the Texans the way they did in the second half may not happen as they see it.
So the rest of the other two games in the week one and the prime time, Cowboys at Rams on Sunday night, and then the first Monday night game, or first two Monday night games because there's two games on the first Monday night. Steelers at Giants is the early game, and then the late game Titans at Broncos. I don't know. I guess Titans and Broncos maybe. Cowboys are the Cowboys, so everybody's going to want to see that Rams game. But as a non-Cowboys fan, Zach Lucetto, do any of these other primetime games, wet your whistle a little bit, or is it just kind of blah?
I think it's just kind of blah. It's like it's hard to get excited right now because you're excited that we're talking about sports and that we're forecasting sports, but you have no it's almost like show me the facts, show me that the teams that we think are going to be good are going to be good. Show me the promising rookies, show me the so-and-so's having a good camp. You know what I'm saying? And you just know nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of, I see what you're saying. And I think the NFL, with setting out this schedule without any type of date changes, is trying to get their fan base, excited about the season. Now, like I said before, they do have a contingency plan to where, if they're not able to start on time, they would basically move whatever games they don't start on time to after week 17, and then move the Super Bowl back however many weeks that they have to, and the playoffs and everything. And then basically the bye weeks is whoever's your week 2 opponent or something. I don't know. They had it all set out, but they do have a contingency plan for the NFL. And I do see what your point is, Zach, and it's hard to get excited about, these games because you don't really know that it's going to happen. But I think the NFL is doing a good job of trying to keep that hype train going. But even with these games, Steelers at Giants, you're going with, you're going with fan bases here. Cowboys and Rams. You're going with the fan base of the Cowboys, and then Titans at Broncos. I think that's a very big letdown. For the last game of the season, or last game of the first weekend. Paul, you don't agree with me?
I don't agree with anything both either you or Zach is saying. If y'all want to be negative, y'all want to be shoving the facts. If you want to be shoving the facts, listen, that's great. You can be real. But right now, it's about talking about football, hyping this NFL season up, because right now, that is what we're looking forward to. If y'all don't want to, that's great. I'm going to. And I think it's great having the Tennessee Titans and Derrick Henry and that train running through the entire NFC until they got to the Kansas City Chiefs go up against Drew Lock, Courtland Sutton, and Jerry Jeudy, and Lindsey in the backfield at Mile High on Monday night. I mean, I think that's a great lineup. The Giants and the Steelers is kind of blah, but hopefully Big Ben can come back and resurge.
And you trying to get me hyped up on Drew Lock right now,
bro?
Really?
In Mile High, all you need is a big arm. That's all he has is a big arm. Throw it up to Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy. Let them do the work. That's really what all they got him to do.
Nobody outside of fantasy football knows who Courtland Sutton is.
And nobody outside
of the state of Alabama, college football.
And nobody outside of the Dallas Cowboys wants to hear us talk about any other team, but we have to talk about them because that's the reality of what's going on.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, man. I mean, you're trying to get me hyped about the Broncos, and I'm just saying, how am I going to get hyped about the Broncos? They're terrible.
You should be hyped that the Dallas Cowboys are playing on Sunday night, and the Dallas Cowboys are a below-average team. So I don't understand that logic.
I mean, what do you mean? I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm excited that they're on a Sunday night, but I'm just not excited that they're playing the Rams, right?
Listen, then L.A. in California, there's a ton of Dallas Cowboys fans. Is there not? They hold their off season usually in Oxnard, California.
Well, fair enough.
Lots of Cowboys fans in California. Big market. It's a big drive because Jerry Jones wanted LA to get a franchise. The first one to move out there were the Rams. Money, talk, and the nonsense walk.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll tell you what. If you want me to get excited about a West Coast team, or to play the Dallas Cowboys in the first week, then put them against San Francisco 49ers. Put them against the NFC East champions right off the bat. Don't wait till December 20th. Just make sure that they're out there, and the Rams, whatever. But the Cowboys 49ers, old school style, rivalry. You think about T.O. running into the star and slamming the ball down, and Darren Woodson knocking his butt off. That's the type of game I want for the Cowboys on a Sunday night. But it's just hard. It's not going to be hard for me as a Cowboys fan to get hyped up for the Rams, just because it's like we're gonna have football. But I'm just saying, if you want me to get hyped up about this first weekend, give me a little bit better games other than the Texans versus the Chiefs. That's a big game. I have to agree with you, Paul. But you have to give me something a little bit more than that. And maybe I'm overlooking Steelers versus Giants. Convince me on Steelers versus Giants. Maybe I'm overlooking that.
I try to convince you on the Broncos and the Titans because I think that's a great matchup. But the Steelers and the Giants, I said was blah. But at the end of the day, I really think we should give a whole lot of focus into that latter game. But that's just me. And again, you're a fantasy playoff kind of or fantasy draft kind of guy, and you're going to know those players. And especially, I mean, if you're not drafting Courtland Sutton or Jerry Jeudy, then something may not be right. If you're not drafting Lindsey, something may not be right. I'm not saying you're going to be picking Drew Lock because if you are, geez, I'm sorry. But again, we're going to have players in that game who are going to be high fantasy picks that are going to be significant. And I'm going to be watching the game, and I know you will be too, because listen, guys, we haven't had sports in 2 months, and we don't really know when we're going to have sports because the only sports going on right now is the Korean Baseball League. And I don't think that's going to be sufficient to carry us until the fall.
That's true. Very true. All right, Recon Athlete, episode 75, Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucero. Shout out to Snupe Daniel over in the green room. Shout out to everybody that's in the watch party as well. Talking some NFL scheduling. Zach, you said you saw the Cowboys schedule on the messenger. Have you been able to see your Green Bay Packers schedule?
Yeah, I have it pulled up right now. Week 1 against the Vikings. Again, kind of my same thing as we were talking about the Chiefs Texans game.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's such a big rivalry, like a fun game to watch. But I would rather that be like once things are in full swing. It'd almost be cool if that game got moved to the end.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Let's see what else I have here. The Eagles in December. That's cool. No Cowboys this year. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Saints week 3. I feel like things will be back to normal by week 3, hopefully, and I think that'll be the first game that I'll really be excited to watch.
Week 3 against the Saints for the Green Bay Packers. That is going to be at New Orleans for Green Bay. They do have Minnesota. They're at Minnesota on week 1. It's a 12 o'clock kick. I don't know. I see what your point is, Zach, and I guess maybe you're anticipating some rust for these players, and I don't know. I think we're on the different sides of the spectrum here. You're wanting the rivalry games to be later in the season when the players are polished, everything's going at 100 miles an hour. I want it right off the bat. I'm wanting it, just like, hey, like here's the rivalry teams or here's the big games. Let's go ahead and try to get this NFL season kicked off with a bang. I think that's what they try to do here with the Green Bay Packers at Minnesota. Then they got Detroit and at New Orleans. That's not that's not an easy 3-game set there for the Packers. But you're just looking at your Packers schedule there, Zach. Won't be any kind of record prediction for them.
I mean, I think just looking at the schedule, the first 8 games are going to be really tough. I mean, the Vikings, the Lions.
Vikings twice, yeah.
Right, Vikings twice, Lions, Saints, Falcons, Buccaneers, Texans, and 49ers. I mean, I think all of those teams have veteran quarterbacks. All of those teams are like functioning teams. I mean, you get the Jags later, you get the Colts later, you get the Bears later. Like those are teams. Those are the type of teams that you want to be seeing earlier in the season. So I mean, I don't know, probably 12 wins.
12 wins, dang, 12-4. I like that. But I'm gonna say, yeah, I have to agree with you. I don't know, somebody in the Green Bay Packers organization pissed somebody off in the NFL because in the first 8 games for the Green Bay Packers, they're at Minnesota week 1, at New Orleans week 3, at Tampa Bay week 6, at Houston Texans on week 7. And then week 9,
I want to ask you this.
At San Francisco 49ers week 9. What's that?
So you're emphasizing at so-and-so.
Yeah.
Do you think that home field advantage is going like way, way down this year?
If there's no fans?
Be right.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't.
I know.
We haven't really talked. I mean, we haven't really seen it. We haven't really seen it.
So we can kind of use this as a segue into how teams are going to adapt to meet the new social distancing and stuff. I got an email from Live Nation, the concert promoters, that they're about to start bringing back live concerts. And the way they're doing that is they're cutting stadium capacity by 80%. So they're gonna have in between people anywhere between 2 to 12 seats to secure social distancing and require everyone to wear a face mask at all times.
Man,
sounds like what I predicted.
That's terrible.
So if that's what we're seeing in concerts, you have to assume that that's going to be very, very similar to what they're doing in live sports.
Yeah.
They're talking about 1,100, 1,200 seat concert venues turning into 200 something seats.
I mean,
So
what's the point? What's the point of that?
The people with money can go watch the event. That's about it.
Go ahead, Zach.
I mean, you think about the New Orleans Superdome and how loud that gets. The 12th man in Seattle. All these things are just venues that are known for like having significant home field advantage because of the fans, or because of the arena. The Falcons, even in their new arena. How do you that almost becomes just like a new, like the only thing working against you is the drive or the flight.
Yeah, just the travel in and of itself.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if they're obviously, when you're on offense, you're not going to have to worry about the crowd noise. If you're the visiting team, the only thing you'll probably have to worry about is if the other team is cheating somehow. That it remains to be seen. So maybe the Green Bay Packers, because of the coronavirus, is going to, I wouldn't say benefit, but yeah, I guess I would say benefit. With the crowds not being as big as they were, because I mean, if we're talking about regular crowds, regular just NFL games, I mean that's a brutal schedule going to New Orleans, going to Tampa Bay, going to Houston, going to San Francisco. I mean that's a lot to put on a team. But yeah, I mean I guess now when we're in the age of the coronavirus and we might have, like you said, 20% capacity, 25% capacity in an NFL stadium, with maybe a bunch of cardboard cutouts in between, then we lose that whole, like you said, 12th man in Seattle and all of the home field advantages that a home field crowd portrays. So I guess maybe it's not that big of a deal. Paul Rodriguez, what do you think about that?
I think this helps the Green Bay Packers on the road, and I think it helps them even more at home. Because if you look at their schedule starting in November, and we're talking about teams that are coming from the south to the north who don't play very well, at Lambeau Field, and it's an open air stadium, and it gets extremely cold in Wisconsin, and so November 15th, Jacksonville has to go to Green Bay. Chicago, not really going to be an issue. Philadelphia, not an issue. Carolina on December 19th or 20th goes to Green Bay. Tennessee on December 27th has to go to Green Bay. Granted, those are only 3 games, but those 3 games can take you from a 10-win season to a 12-win season to possibly home field advantage. And if the home field advantage has to go through Green Bay for the NFC Championship, man, by all good graces, Green Bay is probably going to play in the Super Bowl if that's the case.
And 12-4 was the record that
I think it's going to be 13-3, to be honest.
Wow.
I think it's going to be a little bit more. Yeah, I think Aaron comes out pissed off, and he is going to make his undrafted receivers or make Moncrief an all-star, an all-pro. Probably not. Oh, I'm sorry. He'll make him an all-star, not an all-pro. But I think Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones probably will be all-pro after this year with Aaron Rodgers.
All right, so 13-3.
And I'm also
go ahead, Zach.
I said to kind of piggyback on what Paul's talking about. I think you're really eyeing week 10, week 11 to potentially see some Jordan Love too. If the the Packers can pull away in those games against the Jags or against the Colts, I mean that'd be where you'd see a Jordan Love play significant minutes.
You think my Colts are going to be bad or what?
They better go get Jadeveon Clowney, and then we can start talking. Because other than that, yeah, they're going to be bad.
All right. I was just telling Snoop before we came on air that that's my sleeper team.
That's cool.
Anyways, Recon Athlete episode 75, Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Luceto. Shout out to Snoop Daniel, everybody on the watch party here. But so 13-3 for Paul Rodriguez is his
Yes.
prediction for Green Bay Packers. Zach Lucetto, you're saying 12-4. Both of you guys are really high on the Green Bay Packers. Do y'all expect the Green Bay Packers to possibly be an NFC representative in the Super Bowl? Zach, I'm sure you hope so as a Packers fan, right?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely hope so, and I think the Packers have been a team that you really can't write off. I mean, even in the years that they haven't like they've underachieved, they've still achieved deep playoff runs. You know, I mean, I think they're a good enough team that you have a hard time not putting them in at least the NFC Championship.
Yeah. Paul?
Aaron Rodgers is going to do everything he can to stick it to LaFleur and the GM because I really believe Aaron Rodgers has loyalty to the Green Bay faithful, and I truly believe that because they were the only team. Granted, the GM that selected him isn't there anymore, but I believe that the community had embraced him so much when he fell in the draft that he's become, that's become his home, and I think he wants to do right by them. And if Aaron gets a title at 37, 36, 37, Aaron may just hang it up. Mm-hmm. I just think that when you get 2 Super Bowls, like Peyton Manning, you solidify your legacy and you can ride off in the sunset. I don't think Aaron would need to prove anything else. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He gets that ring. Even if he doesn't, I still think he is. But if Aaron chokes, if the team chokes, if he gets sabotaged in any way, God forbidding, he's going to go find a team. And he's going to go find a team in the South. And he is going to be on a mission like Tom Brady is to prove he can do it without a coach or a GM.
All right, so let's get off the Packers here real quick, and what I want to do is go through these Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night games, and I just want to real quick, like, yes or no, if you're excited about these games. These are the primetime games. The NFL schedule just came out tonight. Primetime games. These are the Thursday night games. Just a quick yes or no, and it may be a quick reaction if you're going to be excited about these games. Thursday, September 17th, we're going to start. Bengals at Browns.
Yeah.
Bengals at Browns. Zach Lucetto, you're saying yes?
Yeah.
Paul?
Yes.
Dolphins at Jaguars on the 24th. Zach?
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
yes, no.
Okay.
It's a team to see Tua possibly beat.
No, true. All right, Thursday, October 1st, Broncos at Jets. Broncos at Jets. Zach?
Yeah.
Paul?
Yes.
All right. Thursday, October 8th, Buccaneers at Bears. I'm going to say yes, but Zach?
Yeah.
Paul?
No, I don't need to see Tom Brady beat Mitchell Trubisky or Foles.
Okay. All right. These are the Thursday night games. We're going through them and seeing if we're excited about them. Thursday, October 15th, Chiefs at Bills. Zach?
Yeah.
Paul?
Oh, yeah.
October 22nd, Giants at Eagles. Zach?
Yeah.
Nope.
Falcons at Panthers. Zach?
Yeah.
There's none that you don't like here. Packers at 49ers. I mean, yeah, obviously Thursday, November 5th.
Don't say no to this one.
Yeah.
Colts at Titans. Are you excited about Colts at Titans, Zach Lucetto, on Thursday, November 12th?
Yeah, I'm excited to see Phillip Rivers,
Will he be playing by then? You think he'll take Jacoby Brissett's spot?
Yeah.
Zach got the memo, Chris.
Okay. Cardinals at Seahawks on the 19th. Zach?
Yeah, Kyler Murray. Always fun to watch.
Paul?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just trying to say
No offense on Seattle side. Don't see anything happen.
Thursday, December 3rd, huge game, Cowboys at Ravens. Does anybody not excited to see that?
Yeah.
Paul's just not a Cowboy. I mean, Zach's just not a Cowboys fan. Paul, you excited about that one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Patriots at Rams, Thursday, December 10th. Zach, you good with that?
Yeah.
Chargers at Raiders. Paul, I'm sorry. Patriots at Rams.
Norfest.
Snorefest. Chargers at Raiders. Paul, are you excited about that one?
Chargers at Raiders. Snorfest.
Zach?
Yeah.
And Vikings at Saints to end the Thursday nights. That's actually going to be a Friday night game. It's a Friday afternoon game. It's going to be on Christmas Day. Vikings at Saints. That's
4 years. That's 4 years they've played each other. Granted, mostly in the playoffs, but gosh, there's so much history between those teams and rule changes. Crazy for them to match up Christmas Day.
Zach, you like that game? You have to.
Yeah.
Have to. All right, Sunday night football games. I don't know if I like it. Texans at Chiefs, Cowboys at Rams. We already talked about. Patriots at Seahawks. I think that's a pretty good game. Zach, you gonna be excited about that one?
Yeah.
Paul.
Who plays offense for the Patriots?
I don't even know, man.
Exactly. Norfest.
Jared Stidham is a Texas high school football legend.
Jared Stidham hasn't been great since Stephenville. Moving forward.
Patriots, Packers at Saints, of course. That's going to be a huge game Sunday night. Eagles at 49ers. That's going to be, I don't know about, it'll be a good one. Vikings at Seahawks. Paul Rodriguez. Not Vikings and Seattle.
I'm not a fan of the Seattle right now. It just all you got is DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf. I'm sorry. I'm not vibing with that right now.
All right, Zach, you vibing with the Vikings or the Seahawks?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got Rams at the 49ers, Buccaneers at the Raiders. Pretty much any game that involves the Buccaneers is going to be exciting. Do you think that's true, Zach?
I'll just say yes.
No, the answer is no.
You got Cowboys at Eagles. I'm going through the Sunday night games. Saints at Buccaneers again. Bucks are out there. That's a huge game. So Sunday, November 8th. Ravens at Patriots on the 15th. Ravens are going to roll them. Chiefs at Raiders on November 22nd. Ravens at Steelers. That's going to be a big game. That's going to be Thanksgiving game. Ravens at Steelers. Thanksgiving night. Sunday, November 29th, Bears at Packers. Let's see. Broncos at Chiefs. Then you got Steelers at Bills. 49ers at Cowboys on Sunday, December 20th. That's going to be a huge game. And then Sunday, December 27th, Titans at Packers. Those are the Sunday night games. Should I go through the Monday night games?
What were the last three? The last three were Denver, KC,
Steelers.
Dallas.
The last three was Steelers at Bills, 49ers at Cowboys, and then Titans at Packers. Those are Sunday night games. Okay. Monday night games, I'm just going to go through them. We talked about Steelers at Giants and Titans at Broncos. Then you got Monday, September 21st, you got Saints at Raiders, Chiefs at Ravens, week 3. Week 4, you got Falcons at Packers. Week 5, Chargers at Saints. Week 6, Cardinals at Cowboys. Week 7, Bears at Rams. Week 8, Buccaneers at Giants. Week 9, Patriots at Jets. Week 10, Vikings at Bears. Week 11, Rams at Buccaneers. Buccaneers are all over these primetime games. Seahawks at Eagles, and there's Seahawks again. Bills at 49ers. These are the Monday night games. Ravens at Browns. Steelers at Bengals, and then Bills at Patriots on Monday, December 28th to end Monday Night Football. It seems like the Buccaneers, Seahawks are all over the primetime games. Are y'all getting that? Y'all getting that vibe?
Sounds like they're selling quarterbacks to me.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like what they did last year with the Browns.
True.
All right. Well, I'm just excited that they got this out there. They have, like I said, they haven't made any changes to any of the dates. So, as of now, I guess they're trying to start on time. But I'm sure if it's not safe, that they're not gonna have fans, and maybe they're not gonna have any. Maybe they won't have any fans at the games, and that would kind of suck.
I mean, are we still gonna watch or not?
Heck yeah, I'm still gonna watch. I mean, it's gonna be different, but I don't know. Well, it won't be as exciting, right, Zach?
I don't think so.
I mean, Zach wouldn't watch either way.
Yeah, he would.
Maybe if it's the Green Bay Packers, he'll watch.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Or Arizona with Kyler Murray. I forgot about that.
Yeah. All right. Recon Athlete, episode 75. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucetto. Shout out to Snupe Daniel. I think he went to go get something to eat. All right. Talked about the NFL schedule coming out. No major changes to any of the dates yet. We'll keep everybody updated. I want a quick shout out to Kreitz Market, of course, our featured sponsor, and the social and Focus Fit Sam Marcus. And, shout out to Flex ATX. Are y'all going to be on the show tomorrow? I don't know. Am I going to have to? Have y'all been booked yet? Either of you?
Yes.
Dang, Zach, are you being left out?
They probably talk about it in the other group message that I got out of.
So Chris, I'm gonna need you to record at 7:05 and 8:05.
7:05 and 8:05. All right. Shout out to Snupe Daniel showing Recon Athletes some love on Flex ATX, FLX ATX. Y'all make sure y'all check out Snupe Daniel tomorrow night, Friday night, from 7 to 9 on the Horn. You can
we shout out a couple of offers real quick?
What?
Can we shout out a couple of offers real quick?
Oh yeah. Let's shout out some offers. What you got, Paul?
So I just want to give big love for Cedar Park offensive lineman Luke Williams, got offered by Abilene Christian. Vandergrift offensive lineman Matthew Lee, the guy is a star on the rise. Got offered by Southwest Minnesota State. I think that was really cool. And then we got a commitment from Bowie to Northwich University. That's going to be by Chandler O'Connell. He just graduated. And then Iman Allen, man. I think people are sleeping a lot on Iman Allen.
Yes.
Athlete from Vista Ridge.
Yep.
Just got offered by Robert Morris up in the Northeast, bro. So that's a big-time offer. And then we'll just round it back out by big-time 4-star, 5-star in Recon Athletes book. Caleb Burton offered by Notre Dame the other day. Big-time offer. So I just wanted to give him a shout-out. And we'll just give one more Vandergrift because we got Zach on the line. Preferred walk-on by Caleb Lewis, Junior DB. Probably be a defensive leader in the secondary next year for the Vandergrift Vipers. Big time offer.
Preferred walk-on where?
At UNLV.
Oh, okay. Zach, can you give us any insight on was it Caleb Lewis and Matthew Lee?
I think Paul's definitely right on Matthew Lee. I think he's definitely a star on the rise. Because what he recruits for offensive linemen is the frame, and he's definitely got that. He has the playing experience. He's been starting at Vandergrift for a long time. But I think the Caleb Lewis offer is really, really big because last year was really his first year playing significantly. So I think getting a preferred walk-on already to an FBS school, I think it's huge, and I think that goes to show that we'll see even more offers come in once he has more stuff on tape for sure.
Yeah, and then go ahead, Paul.
That preferred walk-on, that's only there. He would have gotten a scholarship if they didn't have enough offers to go around, and that's not to say he may not get that offer, that scholarship from UNLV later on. But right now he has it's kind of like a placeholder, but that's going to bring a lot of attention to, a lot of attention is already on Vandergrift because they're such a successful program, but that's going to bring more eyes on Caleb Lewis because that'll bring that whole Pac-12 to look at him and say, look, we need to get this guy more attention. And that's going to bring more attention from all the other Power 5 conferences. So it's a win-win all the way around from Coach Sanders to DC to all the young men around. They all benefit whenever kids get offers.
All right, that's what's up. Snoop, you want some headphones so you can hear?
Well, I can kind of hear him, but Caleb Lewis, he's going to be on the show tomorrow at 7:35.
Caleb Lewis on the show on Flex ATX tomorrow at 7:35. Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Word. Let's see. All right. Recon Athlete episode 75. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucetto on the line here. Snupe Daniel eating some McDonald's. What'd you get there, bro?
Same old thing. Double cheeseburger bundle, nuggets. I'm gonna put some vodka in my blueberry frozen drink.
Okay. Hashtag no ads.
Yeah, if you want to get something, you can go
that blueberry Fago.
Say it again, Paul.
That blueberry Fago.
What is that?
You say?
Blueberry
Talk about it
Faygo?
later.
Oh, it's a
Yeah,
song.
Faygo.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
all
song.
right.
It's a song.
Come on, Chris.
Man, I don't know.
Hey, Chris? What's your McDonald's order?
Alexa.
Oh, she trying to get in on the show too.
Alexa over here trying to play Yellow Wolf.
She's like, "You're my N-word." This joint right here.
Alexa off. What the hell? We are off the rails. Zach, were you trying to say something?
Chris, what's your McDonald's order?
Like non-breakfast?
Good
Right.
question.
Mine would probably be that'd probably be it. Double cheeseburger, small fry, and a Coke.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't know. That's it. I mean, I don't really do any of the other burgers. What about you, Zach?
I'm a Big Mac guy, honestly.
Really?
It's very simple for me to order online. And
Big Mac?
yeah,
Uber Eats,
honestly,
bro.
that's like my go-to. I used to get, you know what? Okay, fun story. I used to get Filet-O-Fish,
Uh-huh.
Ooh, yes.
and then one time I went to McDonald's. I drove far to go to a McDonald's that was 24 hours. It was late at night. I was like, I think I was coming back from the club, honestly.
Mhm.
And I got a Filet-O-Fish, and you could tell there was like barely anybody working. And I sat down in my house, half asleep, and bit into my Filet-O-Fish, and it was mayonnaise and not tartar sauce.
For real?
Yeah.
Maybe
I haven't had
maybe
Filet-O-Fish in a long time.
maybe that's why they gave you mayonnaise, because you kept calling it Filet-O-Fish instead of Filet-Fish. I'm just gonna put it out there.
I mean, I thought this was
The
called
way you
Filet-O-Fish.
Filet-O-Fish. It's a Filet-O-Fish.
What?
I thought that's what I said.
I heard Filet-O-Fish.
It is?
I understand semantics,
I thought it was.
but I'm just
I
saying.
thought it was Filet-O. It's not an O. It's a
Right.
It's a
I
A.
mean, I say, I'm I live in the country in the sticks. So, but I'm just saying,
Oh, I always thought it was a O. I never realized it was an A.
like Chick-fil-A, it's not Chick-fil-A, it's Chick-fil-A.
Close on Sunday. You my Chick-fil-A. So
I got a complicated order.
Okay, here we go. Of course, Paul would. What's your
So-
McDonald's order?
Man, I'm moving on the screen. Chris, you moving me?
Yeah. Well,
Man, I moved all over the place.
I couldn't see Snoop.
Word. So my complicated order is a McDouble plain with 2 McSpicies, a medium fry, and a large Coke.
Okay, I like it. Hey, Zach, on that Big Mac, do you like that special sauce?
Yeah, but I don't like when it be like coming out the sides and stuff. And a Big Mac is very messy to eat as well.
So
I
you,
always gotta take it out the box and put it on a napkin.
do you,
Wow.
can you tell them like light sauce?
Smart.
I'm sure you could, but I don't.
All right. Well, that's that McDonald's order, but if I'm gonna eat something, I'm gonna go get some Kreitz Market. Shout out to Kalunga.
Word. Hey, prayers up for Kalunga right now. He's not feeling too good, so prayers up. Just heads up.
All right. Yeah. Hope you get better there, Kalunga. All right. Recon Athlete, episode 75. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez, Zach Lucero on the line here. Snupe Daniel chilling in the studio, Paddock Studios with us, episode 75. All right. Before we get into Mike Tyson, Andy Dalton. Did we get the chance to talk about Andy Dalton yet on Saturday?
I teased it.
Okay.
No, we didn't know yet.
So Andy Dalton gets signed by the Dallas Cowboys. I know, and you've kind of teased it a little bit when you were talking about the Cowboys earlier, Paul, saying if Dak plays and if Andy Dalton plays. So are you anticipating Andy Dalton could possibly play because Dak Prescott isn't going to be, or he will be either holding out or taking his job?
Well, I mean, I've been saying that Dak Prescott was going to probably not play if he didn't sign his franchise tender since we were doing shows in the Paddock Studios all together. So I don't know. I mean, long story short, I don't think Dak is going to play unless he gets a 4-year deal. And I think Dak lost a lot of leverage when Andy Dalton got signed. Because if you really look at the numbers, Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott, their QBR in the playoffs is pretty similar. Their QBR in the regular season is pretty similar. So with that being said, Jerry Jones said, let me pay a $3 million insurance policy and I'll have a game manager just like we think that's what Dak Prescott is, just a game manager right now. Because you can't beat winning teams. Same thing with Andy Dalton. Can't beat winning teams.
All right. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I think it was a great pickup. I think, it was just didn't really hurt anything for the Cowboys as far as the salary cap goes. And, you go from having Cooper Rush to Andy Dalton. And and then Ben DiNucci.
He's my quarterback.
That's Snoop's favorite quarterback.
I mean, somebody's getting cut.
Yeah, well, I mean, so between
Ben will go to the practice squad. That's what will happen.
DiNucci will be on the practice squad. So it'll be Andy Dalton.
Yeah, technically Zach's right. He'll be cut, but he'll go to the practice squad.
And then Cooper Rush, of course, went to the Giants.
He got waived. He got waived.
Yeah, he's with the Giants now. Him and Jason Garrett are back together again.
Yeah, cute.
Oh man, you gotta turn your mic on, bro.
Oh, did y'all say DiNucci was going to be on the practice squad?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Well, would you spend a draft pick on a practice squad guy?
When he's seventh round, yes, sir, I would.
If they move Cooper Rush, then he'll be on the roster.
If Dak Prescott doesn't play this year, DiNucci will be the second string quarterback. But that's if Dak signs, DiNucci's going to go to the practice squad.
I mean, you really think there's a chance that Dak doesn't play this year?
Yes, I've been saying it for months. Yes, I really do. I think his agent, who's a hard-nosed agent, Carson Wentz's agent, he's going to want to make sure Dak gets money for not only the bite of the apple with this 4 years, he wants him to get another bite of the apple in the next 4 years. Yes.
Okay. All right. So Andy Dalton.
They also eat McDonald's apple pie.
Hell yeah.
Nah, man, I don't really eat a whole lot of. Well, I'll take that back. I eat McDonald's breakfasts. I do sausage biscuit. Hey, y'all know they don't do egg white delight no more?
What?
Man, Wendy's don't do meat.
Shut up.
I feel like you're trying to play a joke on me.
No, I'm serious. A lot of Wendy's aren't took meat items took beef items off of their menu.
Why?
Because of the beef
shortage?
shortage?
The shortage.
They must have some bad. They got bad plugs. That's all I know. McDonald's ain't running on no beef.
So you got to get only spicy nuggets.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Cool.
Or you just don't eat fast food. I don't know.
Word.
Snoop's like, nah.
You can not eat fast food and look like you, or eat fast food and look like me.
I don't actually eat fast food. I eat barbecue and I look like me. I'm just saying. I'm just talking about me though. I eat barbecue and I look like me.
Zach, you're 25 years old, man. You can eat whatever you want. When I was 25, I looked a lot different too.
Snoop's not 25, and he eats hella fast food.
No, that's I have a tapeworm.
Snoop is a superhuman. That's why.
Yeah, he's an alien. He's an alien. All right, let's get on to Mike Tyson real quick. Hashtag. Okay. All right. So Mike Tyson, everybody's talking about. We've been talking about it here. We talked some boxing last time to end the show on episode 74. But Mike Tyson is now being offered $1 million by a promoter in Australia to fight some rugby players. And then he's being offered $20 million by a bare knuckle boxing promoter to fight bare knuckle. And then I saw earlier on Twitter, I saw John Fury, the father of Tyson Fury, call out Mike Tyson. He said, I'm a man. I'm 50 something years old. I'm not afraid to fight Mike Tyson. I will beat Mike Tyson's ass. That's pretty much what he said. And so you can check it out. You can check it out. So Tyson Fury's dad wants to fight Mike Tyson. So I don't know if that would happen, but of the three, which one would you rather see Mike Tyson do? Would you rather see him box a rugby player, bare knuckle fight somebody, or fight Tyson Fury's dad, Zach Lucetto? Which one of those three would you rather see?
I'd rather see him fight just waves and waves of little kids until he gets overnight.
Kill them all.
Like to see how many he could take until it's way too many.
It's like you fight. What's the old adage? You know, like you fight 100 5-foot tall horses or 100 foot tall, or I can't remember how it goes. You know, something like that. So, all right.
But how many third graders do you think Mike Tyson could fight until it's too many?
He'll kill all of them.
Well, let's say he doesn't kill him. How many third graders can Mike Tyson take out before he gets tired? Is that what your question is, Zach?
Thousands.
Yeah, I think I personally could do like 25.
Okay.
Maybe 20, 25.
I like
So,
that.
I mean, you got to multiply that at least 100.
Paul, do you want to answer Zach's question?
Yeah, I want to answer it.
Okay.
Is this legal?
So I want. Hold on. Listen. So I want there to be, like Zach said, 100 third graders. I want there to be 100 third graders pinned up. I know this sounds crazy, but I want 100 third graders to be pinned up. I want Mike Tyson to rip a huge blunt object before he gets out of his Suburban, and then he's going to read all of those third graders a bedtime story.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Joe Hodge. He is. I'm getting a call. I'm gonna have to call you back. So Joe Hodge, he said he doesn't want to see Mike Tyson fight any of them. But shout out to Joe Hodge. He is a boxing aficionado, a boxing trainer.
Can I answer your question?
Yeah,
Meltzer?
answer my question. Yeah.
So what I want to answer is I want to see him fight all three of them. Just
Okay.
I want 6 months in between each fight. Because if you look at 2019 Mike and you look at 2020 Mike, 2020 Mike's been on a little bit of a HGH cycle because he's looking tight, and the body work, the bag work that he's putting in. I don't care if that rugby player is 34 years old. He's going to take a nap. Bare knuckle boxer is going to take a nap. And Tyson Fury's gypsy vagabond dad is going to take a nap.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I would out of the three, him fighting a rugby player, a bare knuckle fight, or Tyson Fury's dad, I'd have to say Tyson Fury's dad, just because I think that would probably be the most fair fight, because it's going to be two old dudes, and it would just be very, very entertaining if that were the case. All right, Recon Athlete, episode 75. Chris Sanchez, Paul Rodriguez. Shout out to Snupe Daniel, eating his McDonald's and joining us for a second. Make sure you check out Snupe Daniel on Flex ATX tomorrow night from 7 to 9 on the Horn. Paul Rodriguez is going to be on at 7:05 and 8:05. So, talking some recruiting news, courtesy of Recon Athlete. Anything else you want to talk, Zach Lucetto, before we sign off here? You got any other topics for us?
All right. I got 5 rapid fire questions.
Okay.
For the lot, even though y'all cut me out all the group messages. All right. They're just very random. They're random questions.
Okay.
They're random questions. All right.
All right.
Would you rather have a dragon or be a dragon?
Have a dragon.
Snoop?
Snoop's not here anymore.
Oh, Paul?
Have a dragon.
If someone said, I'll give you 10 free throws, if you hit 5 out of 10 free throws,
Snoop.
you get 30 mil. If you don't hit 5 out of 10, you get 25 years of jail. Would you do it?
Chris?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Paul?
Oh, I'm your Huckleberry.
I don't know what that means.
All right, all right.
I mean,
all right,
yes.
Snoop's back on to ask your first question, Zach.
Snoop, would you rather have a dragon or be a dragon?
Have. I want to be a
Is that
human.
have across the board?
Yeah. And then your second
All right,
second
Snoop.
question.
if someone said, "I'll give you 10 free throws. If you hit 5, I'll give you 30 mil. If you don't hit 5, it's 25 years of jail." Would you do it?
Yeah. I can hit 5 free throws.
All right. Would you rather have no knees or no elbows?
Fucked up. Yeah, I guess no elbows.
Yeah, I would say no knees. I don't know.
You're a weirdo.
Paul?
I'm not answering that question.
Hey, Zach, send me these questions. I'll ask the kids it tomorrow and see what their reaction is.
Yeah.
All right. 2 more.
All right.
What are some good Monopoly strategies that you use?
Are you saying just in general?
Yeah, like that. Like, what's your Monopoly strategy?
I try to buy as many properties as possible. Like every single one. It's every chance I get, buy a property.
Paul?
Gosh,
It doesn't matter what it is.
I like to buy the railroad. To be honest.
All right. Snoop, any?
Snoop?
I don't even remember. Monopoly was over my head. I'm not very smart.
My other one, I had a second one. The other one, my second one is be the banker so you can cheat.
Well, that's a good one. That's always a great strategy. All right. Would you rather? I'm gonna ask 2 more. Not 2 more.
All right.
Would you rather eat the brownie that tastes like shit, or eat shit that tastes like the best brownie ever?
I'll ask that one tomorrow. You really about?
Are you gonna say shit?
Yeah, I'm eat the shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, I'm gonna eat the brownies. Taste like shit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, how's that brownie taste?
I'm like shit.
I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
I'm not answering that question.
Zach, oh man, I might end up eating.
Don't answer, Chris.
Might end up eating that other thing. If it tastes like a brownie,
I don't think I can ask a kid if they're gonna eat boo boo. It's probably against the law. Like child something.
oh man, I'm gonna have to. Golly. All right. Anyways,
16. You want to ask if she want to eat some shit?
All right, last one.
all right.
Would you rather lose all your old memories or never be able to create new ones?
Lose.
But see, I would say
You
lose
didn't say
too.
but. You didn't say but.
But doesn't aren't your old memories like what shapes you to be who you are? So if you didn't have your old memories, would you still be the same person you are now?
You could reinvent yourself, I guess.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that
I guess it'd be weird.
You just wouldn't know what made you the way you are. You're just that way.
Yeah, it'd be like if you were inherently good at something, you wouldn't know how you got there. You would just be good at it.
It'd be like Demolition
so
Man.
that's
Right.
lose across the board, right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, he said lose across the board. That we all said we would lose our old memories.
Oh yes.
All right. Well, this has been Zach's Corner. Hope y'all had a great segment.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to do a. Yeah, that was great, Zach. Oh yeah,
I have
we-
like way more than I should.
all right, we'll do Zach's Corner again. We haven't done Master Debaters lately.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah. So
I
we'll do
haven't had any good topics to like
the debate.
talk about while we debate.
Sounds like you need to do some homework.
Yeah.
All right. Recon Athlete episode 75. Zach, appreciate Zach's Corner. It's always weird. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one again. Before we're out of here, Snoop, any shout outs?
Zendaya and in the Horn.
Word up. Zach, shout outs?
Shout out to myself because I'm the best there is. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers.
All right. Paul Rodriguez, shout outs?
Shout out to Gail Gadot. Shout out to my boy King Kalunga. Shout out to Recon Athlete. Shout out Flex ATX. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to shout out Kreitz Market, the social.
I'm going to redo mine.
And Focus Fit San Marcos.
Lord.
I'm going to shout out to God and my parents down in Buda, Texas, and everybody on the watch party, and of course Paul Rodriguez, Zach Luceto, and Snupe Daniel. Redo your shout out, Zach.
Can you cut my last one out? I'm gonna redo it. I go last. I want to shout out.
Before you upload,
I want to shout out the 2Gs, shout out the gang, and shout out God.
All right, word up. Appreciate it, Zach. All right, and I appreciate everybody joining us. I know it was kind of weird. I had something to do last night, so I appreciate Zach and Paul and everybody being flexible with me.
Night,
Okay, word up. And so we'll.
You wear a mask?
No, he don't wear no mask. We'll be we'll be here regular time on Saturday morning at 10:30. We'll be talking another hour and a half about pretty much nothing because there's nothing happening in sports, but it'll be fun. So make sure you join us. Paul Rodriguez, do your thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are enjoying the podcast, please like, subscribe, and comment down below what's your favorite part of the episode. Everybody at the bell on YouTube, which know we